Okay. Woof! Guys, I think Resident Evil 9 is like the end of Resident Evil as a series. Because you fucking morons just gave Capcom every single thumbs up it needed. I'm talking about the tourists and fucking casuals, of course. You gave Capcom every single thumbs up it needed to just drive the fucking series off a cliff that's even harder to recover from than Resident Evil 6. Because Resident Evil 6 was an ambitious disaster, okay? Resident Evil 6 was trying to do too much at once. Resident Evil 9 tries to do so little and it still fails for the same reasons that Resident Evil 6 failed. Oh my god, it's not a good game, man. The plot fucking sucks. The plot of Resident Evil 6 is actually way better than this. It's still the same fucking, oh, bioterrorism, BAW, these guys are bad guys, we had to invent this guy, and suddenly here's Wesker's son, it's the same dog shit, but it's even worse, it's laughable almost, because I couldn't laugh at Resident Evil 6, because Resident Evil 6 took itself serious, and actually there was like moments in it that you were like, wow, man, this can work. Like Chris's campaign is about him dealing with guilt and trauma. Like those are mature themes, but like Resident Evil 9 is not that, man. Resident Evil 9 is tonally fucking deaf. It's like it doesn't know what the fucking wants to be, uh I mean, really, like the real fucking moment that Capcom fell off a cliff was in Resident Evil 8, and people like clapped at that, and at that moment I was like, wow, man, if you guys are okay with this, then watch them fucking shit all over the next one, and they did. It's like it's a, whenever you having a discussion about whether a game is good or bad or necessary, just ask yourself, if we remove this game from the canon, what would change about the series? And Resident Evil 9's answer is a flimsy or maybe stuttering. No, it's like, of course, stuttering because Grace is in the game. And oh my god, I fucking hate her character. I actually hate the fucking voice actress now. Like, I actually hate the actress because she signed up for this. I don't know how much the paycheck was, but it wasn't worth it. It wasn't. It wasn't, my friend. You just permanently fucking tied your voice to a piece of shit character in my brain, and that's not a good deal. That's not a deal you would want to take. The fucking reason this game fucking sucks ass, aside from like all the fucking things that I just have said so far, is because it's safe. It's very safe. And that's pathetic for a franchise as big as Resident Evil. You would think that they would take risks, you know, because the reason Resident Evil 4 was successful was they took a massive risk. It alienated a lot of fucking old fans. Still to this day, you have some fucking douchebags who are just like, yeah, I just play Code Veronica. I hated Resident Evil 4. And although I think they're morons, I respect them because at least they have standards. And having those kinds of divisions in a fan base is good for that fan base. It's never bad. For that game, it's always good because it allows the developers, to make hard choices. And when developers make hard choices, they have to be committed to them. But Resident Evil 9 doesn't commit to anything. It wants to be everything at once. It fails at all of them, and it gets fucking applauded for it, which is the worst part about this whole fucking thing. If Resident Evil 9 had gotten an 80 or 82, I would be like, okay, the game's well made, the graphics are good, the gameplay works, which is for some reason a fucking miracle for 2026. But the worst part about it is it's got an 89, which is like bordering on 90, which is like masterpiece territory. And that is not fucking acceptable, man. That is a stretch. That is a fucking stretch of the highest degree. Now, I don't know what the fuck, Capcom paid these reviewers or what, but I don't believe it's just reviewers. It's the fucking gamers too, man. They got so fucking high on the hype. This game's got a fucking 10 out of 10 on Steam. I mean, well, Steam scores are not very reliable because I don't know, for some reason, fucking PC gamers just try give everything a 10. Uh, the the IMDb score is 9.2, which is weird. Like, for reference, a game like Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, it's a masterpiece. It's like the peak of Castlevania 2D design. It's got a 7.7 on IMDb, and I understand that like a lot less people played that and rated it, but it's still crazy, man. Like a game with that much genuine genius game design built into it, so many systems, so many different interconnected like uh, game design philosophies and elements at work, and a game like Resident Evil Requiem gets a fucking 9.2. It's fucking wild. It's baffling. Now this game, I don't like any part of this game. I don't like any part of this game. Even the care center, like a lot of people apparently love the care center, but I don't care for care center because it sucks. It sucks because Grace is a stuttering piece of shit. Okay, I can't fucking stand her. Like every time she opens her mouth to say something, I cringe so hard. I just reach out for my fucking console to turn it off. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, okay, after the first fucking zombie, your nervous system would adapt, right? You wouldn't be in a state of permanent fucking shock, after seeing a fucking 10-foot zombie just chew off another zombie's head. You would be in a shock, maybe you would even pee yourself. I don't know, maybe she did. But like, after a while, you would get used to it, especially like when Leon shows up and he's like, yeah, man, let me handle this. And for a while, man, Leon is, I want to explain to you in like elementary school level language why this game is so safe. Let's talk about the main characters. First of all, those fucking lazy fuck zombies at Capcom. They were like, okay, we have run out of characters that we could finger in the butt. So we have to dig through our old games. Oh shit, let's look at that Resident Evil Outbreak game that nobody ever fucking played, but nowadays everybody's like a fucking massive fan of. They said, well, Alice Ashcroft looks cool. Let's give her a daughter. Yes. Box checked. We have a character now. Grace Ashcroft. The stuttering Grace. The piece of shit. Secondly, we can't rely singularly on a female character that's newly introduced. I mean, we can't rely singularly on a female character that was introduced previously because for some reason we have less balls than we had in fucking. No, when did Resident Evil 3 came out? Like 1999 or whatever. So, fucking scrap that too. We can't rely on a singular female protagonist. So what we do is we instead try relying on a guy that we know is gonna sell, and that guy is Leon S. Kennedy. Just the fucking Capcom scapegoat, like the fucking giant milk cow. And the fucking reason Leon is in this game is so fucking blatantly fucking stupid that if you think like there's any other reason than nostalgia bait for him, you're stupid. They give him a fucking made up fucking disease. Oh yes, this whole time, like from Resident Evil 2 till Resident Evil 9, like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 6, the animations. And I think there was something else with Leon in it. I might be mistaken, but whatever. This whole time he's been infected with a T virus, and it's only now like the plot is so stupid. But like what I'm trying to tell you about it is like in real time, like stream of consciousness. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck wrote that? Like, who the fuck comes up with this? He's got a strain of T virus that apparently just only now, after like fucking 60 years, has started to infect him. And now he has to get rid of it. And like all of these fucking dramas that I told you, like Grace's story and Leon's story, they get started in this game and get resolved at the end of this game. It's just nothing of consequence happens. Nothing of consequence happens in this game, man. Like the reason I hate this game so much is because it represents cowardice. You know, it's like you wouldn't fucking like a coward. In real life, like everybody despises cowards. Nobody fucking likes cowards. Not really. You know, it's like all of people who have a certain sense of value or like fucking. Uh, I mean, anyone who's ever stood for something hates a coward. Okay, I don't think I'm pretty far off with that. But this game is like the video game embodiment of a coward. The villains are not old villains. They're new. They get introduced in this game. They are killed in this game. Leon gets a fuck retcon drama that gets solved in this game. Grace, introduced in this game, gets redemption at the end of this game. It's like season 2 to 4 of The Boys, you know? This is exactly like that. Like this is like a formula at this point, like corporate safe zone. You know, the fucking product that is not meant to progress anything. It's just meant to keep you hooked and keep you paying until nothing else happens. Like as we saw with The Boys' final season, you would know that there is no fucking end game for this. You know, it's a sham. It's a lie. You know, Boys season 1, it gives you like a reason to fucking watch that TV show, and you're like, wow, man, this season was great. I wonder what's gonna happen in season 5. But it never happens. You know, nothing happens. Season 2 through 5, nothing happens. Characters get introduced, characters get removed, and it's like nothing of consequence happens. Like this is exactly the thing with Resident Evil 9, and I assume it's going to be the thing with all of the other Resident Evils from now on. And I have to say, since Capcom got so many rave reviews and sold so many copies, I don't think they're gonna hold back anymore, man. I think this is officially the end for the Resident Evil series. It must be. I don't think there's gonna be any difference. I think like they're still gonna put out games, of course. Like it's a fucking, you know, it's a cash machine. You know, they're not stupid. They're just fucking greedy and creatively bankrupt. You know, they're not dumb. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna just produce games, Resident Evil games that are just fucking slog. You know, it's like, oh yeah, look at Chris. Now he's friends with Leon. Oh, they're doing a mission together. Oh, look at this guy. He's back. Ethan is back now, and he has 3 dicks. And Mia's back, and she's fucking Chris now. You know, it's like it's gonna happen. Like this is gonna happen. Like this is quite literally what's gonna happen in this fucking series. And it's just apparent because in the last fucking 20 years, there's not a single main character that has died in these games. Chris is still alive, Jill's still alive, Claire's still alive, Leon's still alive, Barry probably still alive. Wesker, come on, he's still fucking alive, man. We know he died at the end of Resident Evil 5, but come on, they wouldn't just kill Wesker, just probably saving him for a reveal of Resident Evil 12 or something. But yeah, man, just go play something else, man. Don't fucking buy these pieces of shit, man. Like, these games are not really games, they're products. They're not designed to move you forward. They're not designed to uh, enrich you in any meaningful way. They're just designed to waste your time while you laugh at it. It's like the fucking video game equivalent of watching reels on Instagram. You never learn anything from the reels. Maybe you do once in a while, but come on, majority of people don't. You never learn anything. You never move beyond where you are, and it just doesn't test you. It doesn't change anything about you. You know, it's maintenance, and I don't think games are supposed to be maintenance, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, at least to my understanding, gaming was all about like challenging myself and feeling like rewarded for mastery. But these games don't reward you for anything. If you try to dig deep in the lore, you just faced with a wall of dog shit and contrived and fucking member berries or something. Yeah, man, spank yourself. I would just advise you to play Castlevania, the old ones, the 2D ones, especially Order of Ecclesia. I want you to see what real game design looks like, what real philosophy in game design looks like. Not just, making a game, but making a game, you know what I mean? Like, in a sense that what it meant to be a video game designer back in the day. A design that is apparently, not apparently, like, it's just so thoroughly work of a singular mind, not a committee of people who just want to make money, which is clearly Resident Evil 9 falls into the latter category. Yeah,